This is video 3.2 of the Blender 2.8 course, how to add objects. Adding objects is done by either clicking on the top left corner where it says add, here, where you can see you can add all these types of objects, meshes, curves, which are very different from meshes, surfaces, which are again very different from meshes, metaballs, text, grease pencil, armatures, which are rigging for animations, lattices, which are planes with subdivisions on it, and empty, which is just a point in space that you can use to adjust or arrange your stuff. You can add an image, you can add a speaker, a camera, a light, different types of lights, or you can add a force field. All of this is very far out from the basic course, but all of this is available to you. But if you want to add a sphere, it looks like this. And the important thing is that things will always appear where the 3D cursor is. The 3D cursor is this lifesaver looking thing, which you can place wherever you like, or you can snap that cursor to any object. If I have this object here and I want to snap the cursor to the object, I can say Shift S and cursor to selected. Now the cursor is at the origin point of that cube, and if I add another object, Shift A, let me add a torus, and I will scale it up. It appears where the cursor is. There's also a special thing called monkey, and this is the monkey. This is Suzanne. It's the pet of Blender, and it's been here since the very first version of Blender. But anyway, if you want to add stuff, all you have to do is to select the object from the add list, or use the shift of the quick key Shift A and add your plane or whatever you want to add. Shift A cube. All of these will appear here. Now there's one important distinction. When you add stuff, usually you want to be in object mode, because then whatever you add, Shift A ball, UV sphere, or Shift A monkey, they appear as different objects, and you can see them here in your object list in the object outliner, that they are separate objects. Because if you are inside the cube, you are editing the cube, and you now add something. Let me add a torus. It actually becomes part of the cube. This is a single object from Blender's point of view. And it happened like this because I was in edit mode when I said add the torus. And to lose the torus is actually pretty hard, because you have to be able to select all the vertices in it and then delete the vertices to be left with just the cube. So always check that you are in object mode when you add things, unless you want to add parts to other things. But that's one of the biggest issues here. But this is how you add things with the Shift A and selecting the type of object you want to have.